Lionel was a good friend of mine. Lionel was a young soldier when I first met him. I was a master corporal at the time. We had a sergeant as a section commander, and Lionel was one of our subordinates, and he was someone who was always trusted at the toughest of times to get the biggest jobs done. He was definitely a very good soldier. He stood by my side, and he saved my life numerous times, as I did his, as the next guy did, as the next guy did. And he fought fiercely to the Taliban, pushed them back with us all, and he came home a hero. The Canadian public need to know that if you're asking us to go fight in a war, there is going to be a lot of issues on the return home. It is not a normal place to put somebody into a battle, see the dead, lose friends, and then bring them back to Canadian soil and think that everything is going to be okay. There's a huge price tag, and it's not monetary, it is individual. Each person who comes home is different. But for Desmond, I mean, there was nothing out of the ordinary. There was nothing for me to say, okay, this guy needs to be going, he needs to go away, or any of that stuff. Like, this was, for all intents and purposes, from what he was telling me, a normal case of post-traumatic stress. I think the Canadian public, I think it's time. I think it's time now to sort of, let's pull our heads out of the sand. Let's realize that this is not going anywhere, and we need to deal with it once and for all. Every time I think about Lionel Desmond as a person, I smile, because he was the person that everybody wanted to be. He was quiet, he was funny, he was the joker, everyone loved him, not a harmful bone in his body. He did what he had to do in battle for people like me when we asked that it had to be done, and it had to be done to save all of our lives. But here on Canadian soil, he was an outstanding, happy, gentle, kind man.